Hello guys, sorry I'm 5 minutes late. Every day I have trouble logging in. Hello guys, can you see me? Can you see me guys? Yes, you can see me. So we are going to, I got hold of one question paper and we are going to discuss the questions. Sorry, I'm not going to do the passages. The prose and poetry passage I'm not doing, because it will be very difficult to explain here. I will explain the other questions, okay? Is that fair? Hello. So guys, I'm starting from this question here. There were some questions before this which I'm not explaining because they are passage questions, prose and poetry. Okay? Now, before I start, let me tell you one thing clearly. In this exam, there are many simple questions. Simple questions that you can easily answer. Some questions are a little complicated. Very few questions are based on information that is rare. If you are a person who reads books, academic books, if you are a person with thorough general knowledge, you will get very good marks. That kind of questions only are there. Only a few questions are very difficult. But that will be there in every exam. This is what I say. Actually, I think there are many questions that are easier than WB set, etc. Let us analyze and you will understand. In waiting for Godot, relax and listen calmly. In waiting for Godot, I tell you, waiting for Godot questions always asked. In every exam, one question from waiting for Godot is there, checking whether you have read it. These days, in many websites, you have detailed summaries. You can read the text. It is extremely important. In waiting for Godot, it is Vladimir who questions the boy who comes from Godot. Correct. Vladimir questions the boy. Correct. If you study waiting for Godot, it is very easy. It is correct. In waiting for Godot, it is Estragon who says nothing happens, nobody comes, nobody goes. It is awful. Of the two, of Vladimir and Estragon, it is Estragon who is more insecure, who wants to go all the time. You know, Estragon's character, Vladimir's character, you should study. Did you understand? And it is definitely Estragon. Sorry, I think the answer given here is wrong. A and B. No problem. I have it. Yeah. It is correct. So both are correct. Estragon always says nothing happens, nobody goes. He feels awful. Whereas Vladimir is remembering his past. He has memories. Estragon doesn't remember anything. Estragon always wants to go, but he can't go. Vladimir keeps saying, don't go. If Godot comes, we have to be here. So both statements 1 and 2 are true. It is a very direct question and you can't blame them because always they are asking from waiting for Godot. You have to expect that they will ask. This is an easy question actually. Only if you spend some time, half an hour reading about it, you will understand. So I will just mark it here. This is the answer. Then both are correct. Then which of the following are features of the theatre of the absurd? If relax and read, it is easy. Which of the following are features of the theatre of the absurd? Emphasis on the central role of God in the universe. Obviously wrong. Central role of God in the universe, emphasis. Wrong. It is not like that in Theatre of the Absurd. Presentation of the futile actions devoid of any goal. Correct hai. Presentation of futile actions devoid of any goal. That is correct. Portrayal of situations that point to the meaningfulness of life. Wrong. Portrayal of situations that point to the meaningfulness of life is wrong. It doesn't have meaning, so it is wrong. First one is also wrong. Then, lacking in conflicts and dramatic tensions. Correct. In a traditional play, there will be conflict, there will be fighting, there will be dramatic tension. In Waiting for Godot, nothing happens. Presenting players in a stasis or drift without definite roles. That is also correct. Stasis means what? Stasis means nothing happens. Stasis. Guys, I have a long-term vision. My aim is, in the coming exams, all of you should pass. Please understand that you stop panicking and just read carefully. It is actually easy. Okay? B, D, E only is the answer. In the future, you people should not be feeling like, oh, will I pass? Will I get marks? What is the answer? Like that, you shouldn't panic. Study properly. BDE is the answer. This is an easy question, okay? So, I am marking all the easy questions. First question was easy. If you did not study Waiting for Godot, it is your mistake. Easy questions. 1, Godot. 2, absurd theatre. That is also easy. Simple English language question it is. Now, which of these best describes Shyam Selvadurei's funny boy? 100% everybody should answer, because always they ask. Always. Everybody knows it is coming of age. Very easy. Third question. Selvadurai funny boy is also very easy. Okay? Then, which of the two writers does A.D. Hope address through his poetic responses in a book of answers? In one revision, I had talked about book of answers. There I had said that book of answers is about A.D. Hope, and 1 or 2 other poets are also writing. They are replying to poems by other people. Only that much I know. They are replying to poems by other people. Definitely Mallarmé is there, French symbolist poet. Mallarmé is correct, I know. So it should be AC or AD. Dostoevsky, no, because Dostoevsky never wrote poetry. Dostoevsky cannot be. Goethe wrote poetry, but Tolstoy is a more famous poet. But honestly, they are saying it is A and C. They are saying this is the answer. But when I checked the book, I did not see Tolstoy. I don't know actually. I did not see Tolstoy. They are saying A and C only is the answer. That means Tolstoy and Mallarmé. Of course, Tolstoy wrote poetry. That I know. Goethe also wrote poetry. But when I checked the contents of the book, I did not see any Tolstoy there. So I don't know. Probably they are right. Okay? But something we will know, because Mallarmé is famous poet. A.D. Hope's Book of Answers is replies to other people's famous poems. Clear? Then, that all these I have mentioned in class before. In one revision, 10 p.m. revision, I have already talked about Book of Answers. The other 2 were easy questions. Which of the following refers to a sound that is associated with a particular meaning? Dekho, it cannot be phoneme, because phoneme has nothing to do with meaning. Phoneme has nothing to do with meaning. Phoneme is definitely wrong. Okay? Phonemoid, phonastheme, phonic substance. Phonic substance also, anybody who knows English will know phonic substance also wrong. Then look at phonemoid or phonastheme. Meaning, theme, phoneme. Sound is phone. Theme is meaning. So I choose this and that is the answer. It is not a difficult question. It's a common sense question. Phonastheme. Phone is sound. Theme must be meaning, na? So it is common sense question. I don't know it. I didn't know it. But even then, I can easily answer because of general knowledge. Then, what might the this is an easy question. Listen to this. Easy question this is. What might the speaker mean when he addresses time in a Shakespearean sonnet and declares that I will be true despite thy scythe and thee? Scythe means what? Chaku. It is the C-shaped chaku with which you harvest. Time's scythe means time is cutting our life. Death, that is the meaning, death. So before you look at the options, always read and understand the question. Only after that read the options. I will be true, he tells time. Despite your, I will be true to my love probably. Despite your scythe, you are causing trouble to me, even then I will be true. Time preserves human life. Absolutely wrong. Time doesn't preserve, it cuts short life. With time comes change. Correct. With time comes change. Time creates opportunities. Wrong. No, he did not say that. The only negative meaning is there. Time removes human life. Correct. What is the problem here? I don't understand. Easy question it is. Time and Shakespeare. It's an easy question. Anybody in school also can write. People in school also can write this answer. So this question is also easy question. So it is B and D. B and D option C. Okay? B and D, C. Then, given below are two statements. Read carefully. Don't panic in the exam hall. With a relaxed mind, calm down and read. Unlike scientific research, literary research does not have specific materials for investigation. That is not true. We have materials for investigation. Books hai, archives hai, film hai. Literary research does not have specific materials for investigation. Literary research does not have scientific tools for reaching a conclusion. No. That is wrong. Wrong. That is wrong. Then, literary research consists of critical interpretations of an author's work to the exclusion of biography and editing of text. Wrong. Because biographical criticism is there. You can do biographical research also. You should never, it is not exclusion of biography totally. Wrong. Both are wrong. Both statement 1 and 2 are incorrect. Even a BA student can write. Studying biography, editing of text, etc. are part of literary research. This is easy. So this question is also very easy. Nobody should go wrong if you read properly. Literary research question is easy. Okay? Only with one reading we understand. Then, in politics and the English language. Now this is difficult. Why? Only if you have read the book you will understand. Only if you have read the book you will know. In politics and the English language, which of the following tricks are mentioned by George Orwell as bad habits of English use? English users' bad habits. I never read politics and English language, so I don't know. But even then, with my common sense, I will be able to answer. With my common sense, I will be able to answer. This is a medium level difficulty question, not difficult. Obsolete words. Do English people always use obsolete words that are very ancient? No. Obsolete words everybody doesn't use. That is wrong. That is obviously wrong. Bad habit, obsolete, use always English people use obsolete words is wrong. Pretentious diction could be correct. Pretentious diction could be correct. Dying metaphors, false modifiers. False modifier means false adjectives. They always use false adjectives. That is wrong. Could be wrong. You can't say they always use false adjectives. Dying metaphors could be correct. Could be correct. Answer is B and C. Answer given is B and C. That means with a general knowledge and just presence of mind, you can answer it. It's medium level difficulty only, this question. It is only medium level difficulty. Then, which of these questions would cultural studies be most interested in asking? Actually, this is a silly question. This is actually a silly question. Look at this. This is based on Stuart Hall's Circuit of Culture. This is based on Roman Jakobson, Stuart Hall, etc., who talked about what is Circuit of Culture. Production should be there, identity, representation, then circulation and regulation, consumption. Circulation, regulation, consumption. So, who decides what is to be produced? Think of a cultural product like advertisement or a film. Who decides what is to be produced? It is correct. That is part of cultural studies. Who can afford the artifact? Think of internet or mobile phones. How many people can afford mobile phones? That is also part of cultural studies. Very easy. Then, that is correct. Then, how is the artifact marketed? That is what I said, circulation. Circulation is also part of cultural studies. How is it marketed? Through what channels? Correct. What is the register of speech in the artifact? It is an absurd option. Not only wrong, it is stupid option. Absurd. So, it should be A, B and C. Option A, B and C it should be. Anybody who knows anything about culture studies can answer this. That is also an easy question actually. It is easy. It is not difficult. Then, till now, how many questions we discussed, Rekho? We discussed 10 questions, out of which one medium level difficulty was there. One difficult question also was there. Bas. Then, in the function of criticism, actually there are 2 questions from function of criticism. You should know that you should read the summaries of these essays. Very famous essays and all, you should read summaries. T.S. Eliot's Function of Criticism, Tradition and the Individual Talent, Metaphysical Poets, these are all very famous. Hai na? Function of Criticism, very good summaries are there in the internet. And if you read the summary throughout, in the summary you will hear this, inner voice, inner voice, inner voice, inner voice. Throughout, it is very, for anybody who knows function of criticism, this is an easy question. So it is difficult only because you did not study what you should have studied. Throughout the essay summary, you will read inner voice ke baare mein. What do you mean by inner voice? Inner voice is the inner voice of romanticism. You know, John Middleton Murray was the husband of Catherine Mansfield. John Middleton Murray was a romantic. He attacked T.S. Eliot and T.S. Eliot attacked him. Middleton Murray, according to T.S. Eliot, listens to the inner voice of romanticism and moral disorder. Anybody who listens to romanticism and inner voice of romanticism and moral disorder cannot identify common principles of criticism. That is what T.S. Eliot argues here. If you listen to inner voice and you create moral disorder, then you can't identify, the common principles of criticism. So that is actually an easy question for those who study. It is an easy question for those who study. If textual question, till now many textual questions were not there. This is from a textual major canonical work. Textual question from canon. So it is easy only. Then, arrange the following essays in the chronological order of publication. Look at this. Very, very simple actually. Because Edgar Allan Poe, obviously transcendentalist. Contemporary, he is not transcendentalist because he was but he was contemporary of transcendentalists. Edgar Allan Poe wrote in the 1940s, 50s. He died in 1849. He died in 1849. So that everybody should know he is a major writer. Died in 1849. That must be first. Henry James is transition. He wrote both in 19th century and 20th century. He is a transitional writer. Did you understand? 19th century and 20th century. So he must come next. Virginia Woolf definitely 20th century. T.S. Eliot also 20th century. Now dekho, ye dekho. B.C. You should definitely know. B.C. Then Virginia Woolf or T.S. Eliot. Virginia Woolf died early. So definitely you should not say C and D. That is utterly wrong. It is Edgar Allan Poe, Henry James, Virginia Woolf and T.S. Eliot. Virginia Woolf came in 1919 at the same time as Tradition and the Individual Talent. This was 1923. T.S. Eliot, remember last time in last net, T.S. Eliot's essays, Chronology, they asked, why are you doing previous year questions? When they ask something previous time, they will definitely ask a similar question this time. Did you understand? So, whatever is asked this time, related to that, they will ask next time. So, T.S. Eliot's questions, very important. T.S. Eliot's essays, if you don't know, it is your fault. I will say, this is also easy. Because anybody with common sense will know. First Edgar Allan Poe, then Henry James. And then, you can guess, Virginia Woolf died early. She wrote a little early than T.S. Eliot. She was older than T.S. Eliot also. Okay, then. So, answer is, what was it? B, C, D, A. This is the answer. B, C, D, A. Then, in an apology for poetry, Sidney, easiest question. Easiest. I have taught this 1,000 times and everybody should know. Sidney discusses the didactic function of poetry by comparing it to philosophy and history. Who doesn't know? Everybody should know. Philosophy and history. Easy. Then, Erich Auerbach. This is difficult. Even though this is a famous book, in ordinary colleges and all, we don't study Erich Auerbach. He's a German writer. But he is the father of comparative literature. He is the father of comparative literature. So, this is difficult. Okay, I understand this is difficult. Many of us never heard about it. But at least now we should study. Father of comparative literature, he has written a lot. Famous book it is. This Mimesis is famous. It analyzes Virginia Woolf. Mostly European writers, but Virginia Woolf also. No, I think. Modern fiction didn't come in 1925. I checked also. Modern fiction is 1919. Let me check again. Modern fiction was first published in Times Literary Supplement on April 10, 1919. And in Common Reader in 1925. Yes, I know it. In Common Reader it was published. In part of her book it was published in 1925. But it was before that published in 1919. I'm right. Then, which of these is Ngugi wa Thiong'o generally associated with? Easiest, decolonizing the mind. Easiest question. Decolonizing the mind. Then, no, but there will be many fathers for comparative literature. Silambu, Selvan. George Brand is also a very important writer. But this Erich Auerbach compared literatures very famously. That is why. But he is not usually taught in our departments, except in central universities probably. Which of the following statements best describes Terry Eagleton's views on literature? This is also a silly question. Easy it is. Look at this. It is closely allied to religion. Absolutely wrong. Literature is closely allied to religion is absolutely wrong. It is involved in the reproduction of the dominant social order. Dominant social order. This is correct. Look at this. It produces beauty and pleasure. Terry Eagleton is Marxist. He will never talk about beauty and pleasure. So this is wrong. Then, its raison d'etre is to reflect social reality directly. That is what Georgi Lucas said. This is wrong. It is dominant social order. This is the key word here. Dominant social order is correct. Terry Eagleton. Involved in the reproduction of the dominant social order. Power. How it works. Then, which of the following poems by Nissim Ezekiel make fun of Indian use of English? Easy question if you know Nissim Ezekiel. This is definitely correct. Miss Pushpa T.S., very Indian poem in Indian English also definitely correct. Are they crazy to ask this? This is obviously correct, Hana. C is obviously correct. So it is A. Then problem is philosophy part of it or not? It is A and C only. A and C only. Then definitely poet lover birdwatcher is not there. That is a famous poem prescribed. It is not there. Then empiricist linguistics. Empiricism means what? Experience. What is empiricism? Empiricism is experience. It is senses. Sensory experience. है ना? Directly observable sense data. Direct observable sense. Of course, that is the answer. Innate language is not about experience. Investigation of the human mind is psychology. It is not experience. Reason, that is not experience. All B, C, D are absolutely wrong. B, C, D are absolutely wrong. Okay? Empiricist linguistics is also easy question. कहाँ हैं difficult questions? आप बताओ, ये बताओ. Now, these are also very famous books. Very famous books that you should know. है ना? Everybody would know Golden Notebook is 1962. Bluest Eye is also very famous. Everybody should know it is 1970. Then after that only Color Purple came in the 1980s. It was 1982, I think. 1982. 1980s came. Definitely Color Purple came after Bluest Eye. Handmaid's Tale, everybody will know it is 1985. At least two of these, if you know, you will be able to answer. See, Doris Lessing, 1962. C comes first. Only that, if you know, you will be able to answer. If you know only Doris Lessing, you will be able to answer. 1960s. Did you understand? You should know Bluest Eye came before Color Purple. D, after that B. D, after that B. That you should know. So this, it is actually easy question. This is also easy question. Then, next. Pindar, Menander, Sappho, Aristophanes. Menander wrote new comedy. Aristophanes wrote old comedy. That everybody knows. You should also know Sappho wrote lyric poetry. Epinepsia is the other word for victory odes. In English, they are called victory odes by Pindar. So, A1, B4, A1, B4, C3, D2. A1, B4, C3, D2. Sappho wrote lyric poetry. Sappho, Homer's contemporary. Epithalamium she wrote. Okay? Then, what function of English is exemplified by? This is a little difficult because it's a little confusing. I will say medium. Medium to hard it is. Why? Because is it complementary or supplementary can be confusing. What function of English is exemplified by the use of English in India as a linked language along with first language? We have first language, that is our vernacular tongue. Along with that you are using linked language as complementary. Complementary means completing something. You know, our linked language completes the problems we have in using first language. And supplementary means we are adding to our our original language. That is wrong. Supplementary is we are adding. Actually, there is an essay in the internet called English in India. In the internet, if you search, you will find English in India one essay. There it is given very clearly, this one. It is a complementary function. Complementary means completing something. Supplementary means adding to something. English is not adding to our vernacular. It is completing it, because the function of our first language is completed by English, So it is a medium level question. Now this is easy. This is easy. The BA level people, BA people will write this. What are the answers? Sean O'Casey, who wrote Dublin Trilogy, wrote Juno and the Peacock. Dylan Thomas wrote Under Milkwood. Terence Rattigan wrote The Winslow Boy. Arnold Wesker wrote I Am Talking About Jerusalem. J.M. Singe wrote In the Shadow of the Glen. In the Shadow of the Glen. These are very famous books. I have asked about them 1,000 times. It is very, very easy question. Even in BA, people will know this. So you can't complain there also. What is the answer? Answer is B. Answer is B. Easy. Then, guys, if you just have presence of mind, if you just think clearly, you will pass, guys. You will all pass next time with JRF only. You panic, you don't think clearly. This is why you are making mistakes. Now arrange the following periodicals in the order in which they started publication. Many times before they have asked difficult. This time it was easy. Everybody knows Tatler is one. Of course, Tatler is one. 1709. Immediately after that, Spectator. 1711. Rambler was only 1750. 50 to 52 Rambler. These things you should know. So B after that A should come. BA. Only one option is there. BACD. Easy. BACD is easy. Did you understand? Then, next one. What I Believe is E.M. Foster's famous book. It is there in our encyclopedia also. What I Believe is E.M. Foster. Death of the Moth is Virginia Woolf. So, B3C4. B3C4, two options are there, I think. B3C4. No, only one. No, two are there like that. Of ambition must be Bacon. Bacon writes off everything. So, D1. B3C4, D1. Tory Fox Hunter must be Joseph Addison. That is the answer. Isn't that easy? It is easy. What I Believe, you should definitely know it is E.M. Foster. Death of the Moth, you should definitely know it is Virginia Woolf. That is, any postgraduate should know. Of ambition, it is common sense. It is Bacon. It is easy. Unnecessarily, when you panic, it breaks my heart. You should all pass with JRF. That is what you should. Second, this also easiest question. Who said Gulf War did not take place? It is Baudrillard. Jean Baudrillard said Gulf War did not take place. I am sure so many of you will pass with JRF, whatever you are saying now. So many of you will pass with JRF because it's an easy paper. Then, who among the following considered paraphrase a heresy? Cleon the Brooks. This also I have taught 100 times all these things. Heresy of paraphrase, Cleon the Brooks means what? A poem should be unparaphrasable. You should not be able to paraphrase a poem because a poem should be very complex. Did you understand? Then, which of the following novels has its epigraph taken from Kathopanishad? Easy. In our encyclopedia it is there. Razor's Edge. Razor's Edge. Kathopanishad. Because it has Larry Darrell, who is a pilot in India, Nepal, etc. is a setting. Then, look at this. Don Quixote, Cervantes. A4. Only one option is there. Are they crazy or not? You tell me. I think they are crazy. Aren't they crazy? Will anybody ask this question in MA level? Don Quixote wrote Miguel de Cervantes, A4. Only one is there with A4. You should be praising NTA for giving easy questions like this. They are like making fool of you by asking this question. Then, what was the name of the journal published by Bowling Green University? Bowling Green is famous for, that is the place where first popular culture course was started. First popular culture course started in Bowling Green University. Obviously, it must be Journal of Popular Culture. Journal of Popular Culture it must be. Because you should have that general knowledge. Did you understand? Then, always they ask questions from Ian McEwan. In Unacademy Live, etc., I will do Ayushi, but I don't have now. I will find out and do. Which of the following are novels by Ian McEwan? This is also easy. Dekho. Atonement. Child in Time. Rachel Papers is by Martin Amis. How to remember these names, etc. I have already done several times. Man with 2 feet is actually P.G. Wodehouse. You don't have to remember. So A and C. It is not difficult because you should know Ian McEwan always they ask. Several times they have asked. Then, among, I will say that is medium to easy. It is not difficult. This is very difficult. This is difficult because none of us would have read Gabriel Garcia Marquez's Nobel address. This is difficult. Till now, only one difficult question that you will never know I found. A and D is the answer. A and D is the answer. Who among the following was the founder of the Survey of English Usage? That is also difficult if you don't know linguistics that much. But now we should know Randolph Quirk did Survey of English Usage. That was a survey that came before computers. A survey that came before computers in 1960s. Survey of English Usage. This is very easy. This question is easy. You know why? This bridge called My Back is later second wave. Against racism in second wave. This is later second wave. Feminine Mystique inaugurated second wave. Feminine Mystique inaugurated second wave. Sexual politics came early second wave. And gender trouble came in third wave. These you should know. Now, isn't it easy? Isn't it easy? First, feminine mystique, 1. Then, yes, early second wave, 2. Then 3. Then 4. Got it? This is not a question about years. This is not a question about years. This is a question to check whether you have common sense, general knowledge about feminism. If you know feminism, you will definitely know that this bridge called My Back was written by the black feminists. Latin American. Cherry Moraga and Gloria Anzaldúa. Against racism among second wave feminists. Publication year I will say, but it is not about year. It is about general knowledge I am saying. This bridge called My Back is 1981. Sexual politics everybody will know 1970. Gender trouble also everybody will know 1990. Feminine mystique 1963. That all 3 BCD years very famous. So answer is DBAC. Then Which of the following statements is true of the working group set up by University Grants Commission? It is also medium. If you read carefully, you will understand it is medium to easy. Listen everybody. It argued that English is a highly developed language best suited for India's industrial and scientific progress. This is 1978. Immediately after independence. They supported English. But after that, in the 1970s, they definitely talked about industrial and scientific progress. This could be correct. Keep it there. Could be correct. Then, it asserted that English had the potential to further polarize an already divided nation. Absolutely wrong. In 1978, they will not say that. They will only say immediately after independence. English has the potential to polarize an already divided nation. No. It observed that English need not be displaced as the medium of instruction, though local languages were quite ready. That also is obviously wrong, because the question of replacing English was not even there at this time in 1978. Everybody knew that English had to be learned. It recommended a quicker switch over from English to Indian languages. Absolutely wrong. It is definitely this answer. Definitely. Anybody with common general knowledge will know this is the answer, because it's 1978. Okay? You don't have to study all this. With your general knowledge, you can. In Mr. Bennet and Mrs. Brown, it is an essay like modern fiction. She is talking, Mr. Bennet is Arnold Bennett. She is contrasting Arnold Bennett's generation with her own. Mr. Bennet, Arnold Bennett, Galsworthy, etc. were earlier generation. She is contrasting them with her generation, like in modern fiction. Okay? That also is not a difficult question actually. I will say it is easy medium. For people who study, it is easy. Which of the following clusters is associated with Julia Kristeva? Easy. Semiotic is pre-linguistic. In the semiotic stage, everything is fluid. It is displacement, slippage, condensation. All the other options are about symbolic. Authority, order, patriarchy, logic, reason, power, repression, control. All these are symbolic. Displacement, slippage and condensation, easy. Guys, actually, in the next exam, if in case some of you don't pass this time, understand in the next exam, if you study everything thoroughly, you have to follow my videos and do your own studying also, research also, and then sit in the exam hall with a relaxed mind. You will definitely pass. I feel like there is no need to fear this exam. It is not difficult like you think. Now, which of the following poems by Robert Browning contains the line, "Our interest is on the dangerous edge of things"? That you have to read. Anyway, it is "Love among the ruins" is wrong. Atheism and all is not there in "Love among the ruins." This is wrong. You have to read. It is difficult, medium I will say. Because you have to read poetry now. I told you 1,000 times now. Every day for half an hour you have to read now. It is Bishop Blougram's Apology. Because of atheism, you can guess also it is Bishop Blougram. Then, arrange the following characters in chronological order. Simplest, silliest question. Easiest question. Shylock, Shakespeare. Epicure, Mammon, Ben Jonson. Mirabell, Congreve. Jimmy Potter, John Osborne. Who doesn't know? B, D, A, C. Again, BA level question. BA level question it is. Shylock, first, Shakespeare. Epicure, Mammon, Alchemist, Ben Jonson. Mirabell, Way of the World, Congreve. Jimmy Potter, Osborne. Till now I am telling you, I found only 3 medium level questions. I don't know why everybody doesn't score 68. Everybody can score. Dekho. Linguists listen to this now. Linguists being primarily interested in the scientific study of language, approach language dispassionately. Okay. Linguists approach language dispassionately. Correct hai? Hai na? Dispassionately means objectively. Linguists are scientific, so they approach language dispassionately. Linguists are necessarily polyglots. That means they know different languages. That is not necessary. You can be a linguist without knowing several languages. And they bring their own biases to language study. Absolutely wrong. Statement 1 is correct, 2 is incorrect. Easy, na? What is difficult about it? School children will know this. School children will know. Then, from whom did Gayatri's... easy again. Antonio Gramsci. Subaltern is from Antonio Gramsci. Who doesn't know? That also easy. Then, who among the following played the most significant role in mobilizing the concept of cultural intermediaries? It is Pierre Bourdieu. I have taught you several times. Pierre Bourdieu, cultural intermediaries. Teachers are all cultural intermediaries. Pierre Bourdieu is talking about cultural intermediaries. I have taught you this several times in culture studies. Whenever I taught culture studies, I talked about it. Cultural intermediaries means the designers, the people who are bridging the gap between producers and consumers. The people who are bridging the gap between producers and consumers. Now, which of these constitute the preoccupations of the protagonist Upamanyu Chatterjee in English August? One thing you should know, guys, in English August, the protagonist is a learned man. He is a civil service officer. Protagonist is a civil service officer. Definitely magic and monotheism seem wrong. It must be Marijuana and Marcus Aurelius, obviously. If you know this is about civil service officers and this is about upper class people, then you will know it is not magic and monotheism or stupid. A and D only. Marijuana and Marcus Aurelius. Civil service officers, wayward life. Who among the following belong to the Chicago School of Critics? Okay, this one was medium. Okay, medium it was. Chicago School is easy. Everybody should know. 1,000 times I taught also. R.S. Crane and Elder Olson. Chicago School is R.S. Crane, Elder Olson. Okay, then. Which among the following poems contains John Donne's famous conceit? Ayyo! Conceit, valediction, forbidding mourning. Who doesn't know? That also easy. Valediction, forbidding mourning. Compass conceit. When the exam was over, you all told me so difficult. It was this, that. Were you crazy or what? Huh? You misled me. Which of the following concepts are deployed in the works of Frederick Jameson? Pastiche. Frederick Jameson and Linda Hutcheon famously talked about parody and pastiche. I have taught in my complete course. Hyperrealist Baudrillard, definitely not Frederick Jameson. Habitus is Pierre Bourdieu, definitely not Frederick Jameson. So it is pastiche and schizophrenia. He talked about anti-capitalistic schizophrenia. Are you all paying attention to me? Actually, this is, according to me, easy question. Because you should know, hyperreal is wrong, habitus is wrong. Pastiche and schizophrenia are the only options. Then, paper 1, I don't know. Paper 2, I am talking about. Which of these plays Girish Karnad? Ayyo, Hayavadana. Girish Karnad shares its theme with Thomas Mann's transposed heads in Hayavadana, of course. Easy. Now, MLA handbook. MLA handbook is a little medium or hard because if you don't know, you don't know. If the title page of a book contains an imprint as well as a publisher's name, omit the imprint and use the publisher's name. It is correct. Publisher's name is important. while giving a URL copy it, very famous. This is very correct. That is a very important thing in 8th edition. You don't have to give HTTPS. HTTPS you don't have to give. That is very famous in 8th edition. This one is absurd. Long titles should be abbreviated using the first letter. That if you want you can do, but in bibliography, documentation it is not given. So it is A and B only. A and B only. People with general knowledge, people with experience reading English, people who have a clear mind in the exam hall will get very good marks. Now, postmodern, this is a little hard, okay? This is a little hard. Easy, medium. This is really hard actually. Doesn't matter. One should be hard. This is the answer. This is the answer. It should be hard. Some things should be hard, na? Then, Bertolt Brecht. Who doesn't know Life of Galileo? Tennessee Williams, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. August Strindberg, Miss Julie. Then, C only, you don't know. You don't have to know. It is A2, B1, C4, D3. I will say that is EC. EC it is. Then, next one. Dekho. Everybody should know modernity at large is Arjun Appadurai. Culture and imperialism is Edward W. Said. If you know two, then you get all. Modernity at large is Arjun Appadurai. So, answer is A4, B1, C2, D3. Okay, that is medium because there are two options, similar options. Then, Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, Rajmohan's wife, Mulk Raj Anand, untouchable. Kamala Satyanathan, I always teach this, remember? Kamala Satyanathan, Indian Christian Life, Indian Kamala Saguna, remember Kamala Saguna? Answer is 13541. Kamala Saguna, 2 books she wrote. Then Charles Lamb's used, very easy question this is, London Periodical. Elia for London Periodical, that is very easy. Everybody should know that. Then, next question. New historicism stipulated the teleology. This is difficult actually. This is a little difficult. Again, one difficult question. What is teleological and all that you should know, otherwise you won't understand. In comparative philology and sometimes in modern phonology, what is the term used to refer to the deletion of a vowel within a word? I have done this in my sessions. Syncope it is. Syncope. Medium level difficulty. Then, they are repeating this. Already they asked this question before. We have this question before also. Lear, Tolstoy and Fool is by George Orwell. Recently they asked in K-set or something. Remember, what set it was? In one set they asked this question. Repetition. Then, in Tolstoy's definition of grammar, which two features are drawn from mathematics? That is a medium level question. Not fully easy. From mathematics. Definitely transformation is there from mathematics. Transformation of sentences hai na mathematics mein. Is it generation? From something you generate. You don't do that in mathematics. It is complexity. If you know a little bit about mathematics, you will understand it is A and C. It is medium level question, not hard. Then, arrange the following journals in the... That already I said already. Dubara aaya kya? No, this is a different set. Different set. Array A, B, D, C, A, B, D. C. Daniel Defoe's first. Daniel Defoe was the oldest. In our encyclopedia, if you have read encyclopedia, you'll understand. He was born in 1660, Anna. Review started first. C, A, B, D. Is it correct? I don't know. Examiner came in between Tatler and Spectator. That I don't know. I myself don't know. I'm putting question mark here. Review came first. C came first is correct. Then after that, A came is correct. C, A, but I don't know if it is C or D. They have said C. Then, which of these constitutes an only extant trilogy? In Wikipedia, they are saying this. In Wikipedia. But Oedipus at Colonus and Antigone are also extant. So I don't know. They have said this is the answer. I don't know this clearly. Lehand ka nahi. Examiner, this examiner is Jonathan Swift's examiner, not Lehand ka. Arey, how can you confuse? 1,000 times I have said there are two examiners. Then, which of these did the Wood's Dispatch try to propagate? Impart Western knowledge to Indians. Wood's Dispatch wanted English education and Western knowledge, correct? Restrict access to English learning is absolutely wrong. No. Educate British officers in Sanskrit and Persian. Could be correct, I am writing. Create a class of public servants. No, that is Macaulay. It is wrong. It is not Wood's Dispatch. First time Macaulay said it. So B, A and, oh, so it is not, no, sorry, this is right, I didn't know that. I will just put like this. I will put like that because I didn't know. Okay, I made a mistake there. It is A and D, it seems. So it is a medium. If you study, you will know. It is because I'm not a student. It is A and D only, it seems. Definitely A is correct. This option is wrong, absolutely. Henna? Then, which of the following works is by George Gissing? George Gissing, important writer. New Grub Street, definitely. Odd Women, definitely. Because Agnes Grey, wrong. It is by Anne Bronte. Mary Barton, wrong. It is by Elizabeth Gaskell. So, A and C. Easy question. Very easy. Even though you don't know George Gissing, you will know Agnes Grey and Mary Barton. Henna? Then, Virginia Woolf's Orlando. I have said this in encyclopedia also. Orlando, a 16-year-old boy, wrote The Oak Tree. Famous it is. I have discussed in encyclopedia. You should know it. Orlando is about a boy writing a poem called Oak Tree. Now, this is easy one. This one is easy. Why? Because courage, he said, and pointed towards the land. It is Ulysses. Like that. The sea is calm tonight. Matthew Arnold. Dover Beach. Dekho. A2, E4. A2, E4. Two options are there. Fra Lippo Lippi. Dekho. My poor brother Lippo. It is B5. So this is the answer. Fra Lippo Lippi, you know, it is Browning. So not difficult, it is easy. These three at least you should know. I caught this morning's minion, everybody knows it is Winover. Array, BA level question. Look in my face must be DJ Rossity. Hannah? Clear, easy. Then, which of the following are highlighted in relation to specific historical moments by Stephen Greenblatt? It's not easy, it is difficult. Crisis of meaning, circulation of meaning, production of meaning, and deferral of meaning. If you know cultural studies, you will know production and circulation are important. If without knowing anything, I would choose B and C, and that is the answer. Production and circulation. Then, next question. Which two of the following conform to liberal humanist thought? Liberal humanist thought. Literature transcends the limits of the age. Literature is beyond time, timeless significance. Correct? Hai? Literature has timeless significance. If you read Peter Barry, you will understand. Peter Barry ne bola hai. Then, literature is untouched by the essential human nature. No. Wrong. Literature is untouched by essential human nature. Wrong. Literature is devoid of any purpose. Wrong. Absolutely wrong. Liberal humanism believes that literature makes you better human beings. Identity is a unique essence, unaffected by environment and society. True. Liberal humanism believes that we are all born with identity, we continue to have identity. So it must be A and D. A and D. Then, which two works in the following list are written by Afra Ben? A, very easy. Which two works? Rover and Urunoko. A and B. Rover is play by Afra Ben. Urunoko is novel. Easy. Easy it is. Then, who among the following is known to have used elements from Yakshagana? It is Girish Karnad. Yakshagana is Karnataka. Girish Karnad. Yakshagana in Hayavadana. Important it is. Famous it is. Who among the following edited Cornhill magazine, and he founded it also? We have an encyclopedia, edited and founded. Thackeray. Easy. Then, arrange the following language areas. That is not easy. That is difficult. A, B, C. D, A, B, C. They evolve in hearing. Hearing is D. It is not easy if you don't know. D, A, B, C. I don't know how to explain also. D, A, B, C. Okay. Next. Which of these does the book How to Read Donald Duck identify as an important element in its analysis of imperialist ideology in Walt Disney comic book? That is also a difficult question if you don't know. Answer is Noble Savage. Read about it. It is a book that they were never asked about before. This one is easy. You all know this. Winston Smith, 1984. Henna? Then, Paul Morrell, Sons and Lovers. Whiskey Priest, Power and the Glory. Leopold Bloom, Ulysses. One only, I don't know. Paul Pennyfeather, Decline and Fall. It is this. Easy question. Then, who is the author of the short story Beethoven was 1/6 black? This is not an easy question unless you know. It is difficult. It is Nadine Gordimer. Then, which of the following does the Subaltern Studies project contend? Contend means discuss or talk about or support. Which of the following did the Subaltern Studies project support? Traditional historiography celebrated the role of the subalterns. Absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. Traditional history of India's freedom movement celebrates the contribution of select icons only. Correct. Only some people are celebrated. Traditional historiography highlights the dominant strands of India's freedom struggle. Correct. Traditional historiography is not about everybody. It highlights the dominant strands only. Subaltern studies historiography highlights that, no, it's not about dominant, it's about subaltern. It is wrong. Are you following me? This one actually is easy. Only you have to read carefully. Then, which of the following are true of performance used in linguistic theory? Which of the following is true of performance? Dekho. It is analogous to Saussurean concept of lang is absolutely wrong. Competence is lang. It refers to specific utterances of individual native speakers. Correct. That is performance. Then, it is an innate grammar. No, that is lang. Innate grammar is lang or competence. It includes hesitations, unfinished structures, arising from psychological difficulties. It is easy. Correct. B and D is the answer. Correct. B and D. Then I will check evening shift also. Which two of the following conform to Northrop Frye's typology of literature? I remember I had taught you this one day. Mythos of spring is comedy. Yes. Summer is not satire, it's romance. Autumn is tragedy. Correct. A and C is the answer. Henna? This is easy, we have done before. It should be easy for you. Then, which among the characters appears as a ghost? It is Jacob Marley in A Christmas Carol. Jacob Marley in A Christmas Carol appears as a ghost. According to Longinus, which two of the following qualities apply to great poetry? It must be a work of genius. It must cause a feeling of melancholy in the reader. It must employ devices of rhetoric. It must please selectively on special occasions. It must be a work of genius is very important. Genius is very important. And there are 3 rhetorical devices he talks about. Grandeur of thought, grandeur of passion. Both are inspiration. Then 3 devices are rhetorical. A and C must be the answer. A and C. Grandeur of thought, grandeur of passion. These are innate sources. Then there are 3 rhetorical sources. Now, who among the following represents the global spread of English? That is the name of the book by Brajabi Kachru. It is Brajabi Kachru's book only. Then, it is medium, I will say, if you don't know. Then, which 19th century philosophical term of Russian origin did Friedrich Nietzsche use to describe the disintegration of traditional morality? Russian origin. Cynicism is Greek. Anarchism, nihilism is Russian. Nihilism is Russian. Turgenev, Dostoevsky, Nietzsche all talked about nihilism. What was Yorick? Jester, easy. That is also easy. Then, Baudelaire was French. Then, Sylvia Plath was, of course, English. So, A1, C3. Isn't it? A1, C3, only one option is there. Heinrich Heine is obviously German. Heinrich is German name. Then, arrange the following terms in the chronological use. That is a little difficult. because all are not very easy. Scriptable text is Barth, negritude is Francophone people, 19. The answer is CADB. Negritude first, then gynesis, then paratext, then this is a little difficult because chronology is not easy there. Now, another author that they are always asking about is Harold Pinter. They already asked about direction, stage directions before. Stage direction they already asked. And birthday party also they already asked. But luckily this is easy. Living room of a house in a seaside town is correct. Meg and Pete Bowles are running the house. A garbage pail on the ground, wrong. That is in Endgame. Light shows from upstairs window. That is Stanley's window. He hangs the drum, taps it gently with the sticks. Nay, the lower floor is dark is wrong. No, that is wrong. Lower floor window, that is some other work. This is right. This is absolutely correct. So A and D. Upstairs bedroom is there. That is Stanley's. That is why I suddenly said. An aged man is but a paltry thing, a tattered coat upon the stick. Chronological sequence. This is Sailing to Byzantium. Yeats. This is Wordsworth. This is Plath. From this itself you can understand. है ना? इतने में पता चलता है. B, Wordsworth first. B, D, A, C. Who wrote after great pain a formal feeling comes? Emily Dickinson. Emily Dickinson came towards the end of the 19th century. Wordsworth came beginning. So Wordsworth first. Then Emily Dickinson. Then Yeats, है ना? BDAC, है ना? Correct. Then Sylvia Plath. Then, which of these UK universities? Very easy question, silly question. University of Birmingham. Then, which of these poets wrote a poem that served to inspire W.B. Yeats? That is a little difficult if you don't know. Then comes your potato word. It is Spanish. I thought it is Portuguese or Spanish. Luckily, Portuguese is not there. Actually, Portuguese brought it here, I think, but it's a Spanish word. Who is the author of the essay, What Isn't Literature? Yesterday we found out also the source. It is E.D. Hirsch. Difficult it is, not easy. Then, next question. Chronological order again. No, before that. Which of these does Meenakshi Mukherjee propose as the possible target readership of early Indian novels, Indian English novels? A pan-Indian readership? No. Everybody in India won't read? No. A localized Indian readership, Indian English novels. Definitely British readers will read. Localized Indian leadership could be correct. colonial administrators in India also could be correct. So it's a little difficult because if you don't know, answer given is C and D. I myself don't know whether it is this or this. C and D is their answer. Then, arrange the following plays in their chronological sequence. I have told you, 20th century plays, they always ask. Sergeant Musgrove's Dance is a very famous play that you should know. I told you this before. John Arden is the absurd playwright who wrote it. I was looking at the year. It is Sergeant Musgrave's Dance, John Arden, is 1959. Look Back in Anger, when is it? 1956. Playboy of the Western World, Playboy Riots, 1907. Henna? It is by who wrote Playboy of the Western World? J.M. Singe. And Man and Superman is first one, 1903. So the answer is DBAC. DBAC, correct. DBAC है क्या? DBCA होना चाहिए ना? हाँ, DBCA ही है. DBCA. DBCA is correct. DBCA. Then, which among the following are works by Gustave Flaubert? It is Sentimental Education is definitely correct. That is very famous. Old Goriot is Balzac. Thérèse Raquin is Emile Zola. So, Temptation of Saint Anthony could be correct. Answer is A and D. Now only one more I have. Who among the following compared the mind in creation to a fading coal? That I didn't know myself. It is Shelley. Okay. So, guys, listen to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55 questions I have marked as easy, which I have taught already, and it is not that difficult, guys. If you study, you will be able to answer. I will check out the second shift also and discuss like this. If you study really well, thoroughly all topics, I'm sure you will get a lot of marks. And you should have a very clear, calm mind in the exam hall. Do you believe me? Are you ready to study like that? Huh? It is so exhausting to look at these questions. I was so excited and anxious. I wish you all the best. I hope that everything will work out well in your favor, that you will get marks. And most importantly, I only want you to study more and have thorough knowledge in everything and have amazing careers. If you have real thorough knowledge, it is not difficult to pass these exams. I don't know expected cutoff and all that. I don't want to speculate also. You will clear with JRF, all of you, if you study. I'm sure of it. Don't worry, I'm going to start next batch in February, and I'm going to teach everything in detail following the exam pattern and everything, and we will do extremely well. I'm confident. There is nothing to be afraid of. There are very few questions that are really difficult. Did you understand? So thank you everybody. Thank you for joining me today, even though it is a Sunday. See you tomorrow. I will start teaching Indian literature tomorrow. Okay? Indian literature I will teach tomorrow. Indian literature and Dalit literature for GATE. There is a paid quiz program by me. If you just WhatsApp me, you will get the link. It is called GATE quizzes. I'm doing GATE quizzes. Every day you will get quizzes. WhatsApp me for the link. Okay, guys? I've given WhatsApp number. Okay. Bye-bye then. These are quizzes with explanation. GATE quizzes. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. God bless you.